Welcome to Rockets Wireside Chat, presented by AT&T. In this episode, we chat with Rockets big man Isaiah Hartenstein, and it starts right now. I am Craig Ackerman. It is my pleasure to now be joined by Isaiah Hartenstein. Isaiah, how you doing, man? Things good?
Good. And yourself?
I'm doing well. All right, so I want to begin by this. Let's settle this once and for all, because this is pretty important to me, and I'm sure it's important to you because you are who you are. Let's get through the correct pronunciation of your last name, because I go with Hartenstein, right? Because you're of German descent. Your dad is from Germany. I see. A lot of broadcasters are calling you Hartenstein. What is the correct pronunciation?
Hartenstein. Yeah, you get. I've been in America for a little bit now, so I really go whatever. But the real pronunciation is Hartenstein.
There you go. So I've been doing it right all along.
Yeah, you've been doing it great so far.
Okay, so basketball reference is correct with the phonetic pronunciation of Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Okay,
correct.
So we need to let all of my colleagues know around the league that when Isaiah's in a game, it's Stein, not Steen, not Stein. It's Stein. It wasn't Nowitzki, right? It was Nowitzki.
Yeah, Nowitzki, yeah.
Let's also start with a little bit of background on yourself. You were born in Eugene, Oregon, ended up moving to Germany when you were about 11 years old because your dad was playing professionally there. So kind of walk us through a little bit of your background from Oregon to Germany, now back to the States.
I was born in Eugene, Oregon. That's where my mom met my dad. He went to the University of Oregon, and that's where they met. Had me, and then I think I was there until I was 11, and then my dad went over to play professional in Germany basketball, and so we just followed over, started playing basketball since when I can remember, so since I can walk probably. And then when I was in Germany, I started playing professional when I was 15. So in Germany, it's not like we don't really have like college basketball. So normally, if you can you're pretty good at it, you normally either go professional or go to a second division team. So I started playing professional. I was 15, played there for 2 years till 17, moved to Lithuania, played there for 2 years, and then got drafted by the Rockets. Been here now for 2 years.
So when you say, and we hear a lot of this with European imports in the league, playing professional at 15, what exactly did that entail? And obviously they were paying you. Was it much, or how does that work?
It was a decent amount, but I mean it's a balance because I was still going to school, so the school had to actually have talks.
Is that part of that component, or was that something your parents wanted you to do?
I mean, they said I definitely had to graduate high school before I did anything. I mean, I wanted to do it for myself. I mean, you never know what could happen, but I mean, over in Germany, I was lucky enough that the school kind of had a good communication with the team, so they would let me go to away games sometimes because we played 2 times in a week. So we would play on Saturday and Wednesday because we played domestic league in Germany. Then we had a Euro Cup where you played against different teams in Europe. So it was kind of a balance, getting my schoolwork done and then also focusing on basketball.
What's the percentage? I mean, you're 15, playing with grown men. I'm assuming in some cases, a lot of guys who are twice your age. What was that experience like?
I mean, it was good. I mean, I think it helped me a lot just learning from them. I mean, I think I'll probably learn from their mistakes more than my own. I mean, I think seeing what they did wrong or seeing what they did good just really helped me in my career to stay as professional as I am.
And that's, generally speaking, is a developmental model across basketball, across soccer in Europe. Just based on your own experiences, do you think that would? I mean, there are a lot of reasons why that's not the case in the United States, but in terms of that being a developmental model, where do you stand on that versus perhaps maybe the way players are developed in basketball in the United States?
I think it helps a lot. I mean, what I was just saying, you're playing against grown men and you're also learning from them. I mean, I think even now playing with the Rockets, I've learned so much from Tyson Chandler and all these guys on the team. I mean, last year, Nene, just learning so much from them because they've been through it all. I mean, when you play in college, you're playing with people your age. I mean, you can still learn a lot, but I think me asking Tyson what he did wrong, maybe what helped him become the player that he was, it just helps a lot. And I think me being 15-year-old, asking people twice my age what helped them to reach where they're at helped a lot.
Are you still in town, or are you out of
Yeah.
town, or?
Yeah, I'm still in Houston. I mean, I wasn't really gonna fly back to Germany because it didn't make a lot of sense, and I don't think they were even letting us. I think they started letting people from Germany, America, come in. So it's getting loosening up a little bit over there now. So
Have you had a chance to get much work in? Or do you have access to a goal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been still practicing a lot. I mean, I've been going to a private weight facility, which is me and then the strength coach, and then I found a gym that's just like private, like 40 minutes away. But I can't. To me, it's like an off season right now, so I'm still trying to get my work in and then trying to get better.
I would assume, since you are in town, and when eventually the Toyota Center does open up to those private workouts, that's something you'll take advantage of.
Yeah, I'll go in. I'll definitely go in. I mean, it's gonna be weird at first. I mean, you're only allowed to work out with one coach. He's supposed to have a mask on. They're supposed to have the staff is supposed to think it was like 12 feet of like social distancing. So it's gonna be a adjustment, but I think we'll see what happens in the future.
I'm assuming is being trying to, I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can. It's better. It's better than something is better than nothing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely. I mean, I think I was lucky enough to find a facility to work out in, but I think now just being a more secure like situation, I think that'll help a lot. I mean, they're gonna do everything to help us stay safe, and I think whatever they do, it will be the right thing.
So we've been talking about your background a little bit. You were a second-round pick in 2017 by the Rockets. You were playing in Europe at the time. I imagine the money you were making in Europe was far greater than the money that you ultimately took and accepted in the G League, but you made the decision to come to the G League instead of going back to Europe. Again, very unique decision there. What factors did you consider when you were making that decision to make the jump? And again, I'm assuming take a fairly significant pay cut.
Yeah. To me, it was just like adjusting to the game. I think that was the biggest thing that really helped me. And I mean, the pace from Europe to America is such a big difference. So I think me coming over to the G League just really helped get me used to the pace of the game. And I think it helped me in the future. I mean, I think now I'm adjusted to the American game, and it helped a lot.
Yeah, this year you're averaging 25, 14, and 4 down with the Vipers, nearly a steal and a half, just over a block per game. Impressive stuff for you at the G League level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my situation is kind of a rough situation. I mean, I'm in a team where they're pretty old. I mean, they like playing older guys, and then now we just went to small ball. So I mean, whatever the coach thinks we need to do to win, I mean, I'll do whatever. And so I think every time now I go to G League, it's just time for me to get better and better.
What's that like for you when you're bouncing back and forth from the NBA to the G League?
It's not easy. I mean, a lot of early flights. I mean, I think I had one time this year I had to get on a 5 a.m. flight to play at 11 a.m. in RGB. So it's not the easiest thing, but I think the Rockets do a good job with just making sure that I'm ready. So whenever I have to play, I'm ready. And then they see that me just sitting on the bench sometimes isn't a good benefit to my development. And so I just do whatever they tell me to do. And they've done, I mean, I've improved a lot, and they had a big influence on it. So, so I just trust what they say.
You guys won the G League championship last year. You were named the finals MVP in the clinching game. You had 33 points, hit 8 threes. What was the experience like for you winning the G League title?
It was great. I mean, it was just being the main person over there, just winning a championship. And again, I used it just to get better and better. I mean, I wish I would have won 2 championships last year. That would have been even better. But I mean, I think assuming that the season returns, I think we have a good chance of winning it this year.
On Mother's Day, the Rockets and the Fertitta family provided Mother's Day treats from Cadillac Bar to Memorial Hermann's overnight medical staff. And AT&T recently launched a $10 million distance learning and family connections fund created to support distance learning and social development programs. As part of this program, AT&T has contributed $250,000 to help expand the NBA Math Hoops community program that allows students to learn fundamental math skills through the game of basketball. All right, let's circle back to the development thing that you had brought up. That still has to be your main, I'm assuming that has to be your main priority at this point. You're still a young player trying to establish yourself in the league, and that development ultimately would lead to more opportunities to play.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, that's what the Rockets know. The biggest thing is helping me develop, and I think they've done a great job on that so far. I mean, what I just said before, I'm in a tough situation where we went from where I was playing good, and then we went to small ball. So it's like I finally thought that I cracked the rotation and finally thought I was playing good enough. And then, I mean, they just thought it was better to go small ball, and then whatever they think will help them win. I mean, I'll support them whatever they do.
So how was that communicated to you? Because again, yeah, you mentioned they trade Clint Capella away. They go full on commitment to small ball. Now you're a range shooting big, but as of right now, not necessarily fitting into that particular definition of small ball. And you were playing well when you were given the minutes just before all that went through. What have they communicated to you? And again, I know that can't be easy for you to deal with, but it seems like you've been handling that in stride.
I mean, they just told me how it is straight up. I mean, it wasn't like a weird situation. I mean, I kind of figured it out when they traded Clint away that they were probably going to go small ball. And so what they keep telling me is just to stay ready. I mean, to me, it wasn't a situation where I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop working and pout around. So to me, it's just like, I'm just going to keep working, stay ready, and you never know what happens. I mean, like maybe one game someone fouls out, or maybe they change their mind. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, of just staying ready, and then whatever that next opportunity comes, just use it.
The Rockets have used the G League very successfully over the years in terms of developing players who have gone on to much bigger roles at the NBA level. And again, we've been talking kind of, this has sort of been an overriding theme of what we've been discussing here, the European model, the U.S. model. Now that you've kind of been through all of this, is the G League improving in terms of its developmental model? Is it something you truly believe in? Is it something you think you would advise maybe other young players from Europe to maybe take the leap to try to do, especially as things have started to change in the G League?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I think the G League got a lot better. I mean, especially this helping the two ways helped a lot. I mean, two ways coming in and made the G League a lot better. And so I think just coming in, especially from Europe, not knowing what you can, like, what the real pace is, because like no matter how much, like, I watch basketball a lot, so no matter how much you watch it, you have to play the game. I mean, so it's like I really had to come in, see what the pace was, see what my role would be in this game, because you always have to change it. I mean, you never know. Like on this team, I can do a lot, but on this team, it's like hustle, rebound, and pick and roll. So I think it would be a good situation for a lot of Europeans to come over. They're giving you a situation where you can 1 year learn. I mean, exactly what I did: come in, learn from different players. I mean, even though it's in the G League, there's still NBA players that you can learn from. And so I think for me, it was a good situation. I think for a lot of other guys, it would be a good situation to start off with.
Well, there's no doubt in your brief time, you have shown significant improvement in your game. And I'm going to get to some of the fan questions here. What areas of your game do you think now you still need to improve upon?
I think defense. I mean, especially because I think I did pretty good when I was playing in the pick and roll. But I think switching defense. I mean, a lot of teams are switching now a lot. So I think me just improving that, helping me stay in front of people, and then just improving my three. I mean, I think even right now I've been working on a lot. It's been a lot more consistent than just working on my overall game.
When you, as a big guy, get switched up on a small guard out there in space, does it feel like you're on an island?
Yeah, it definitely feels like you're on an island. I mean, you look behind you. There's not a lot of rim protection behind you. So it just, knowing personnel, I think that's a lot what the coaches talk to me about, just knowing personnel. If you have to stay up, get back, I mean, that's really a lot about it. I mean, you got to really know. I think Matt Brosy helps me a lot on it, just like before every game, just telling me who I could be guarding the pick and roll to know if I have to stay back, get up. And so I think I got better in it, but I still need to get a lot better.
You talk about shooting threes. Obviously, that's a part of the league these days. It's absolutely integral part of what the Rockets do. Where do you think you sit so far in terms on your improvement stepping out? I mean, do they have you primarily working in corners, or are you taking wing threes, or what exactly do they have you working on?
I mean, now I've been working with my trainer. I mean, we work on mostly everything at top of the key, corners. But I mean, right now with the Rockets is what I was saying before, more of my role was just more of the hustle guy, getting the pick and roll, get out of it. And so, I mean, I can shoot, but it was just what I just said before. I think that's what Europe helped me a lot, and just knowing your role on the team.
Any pregame rituals for you?
Pre-game rituals.
I know a lot of athletes are very superstitious. Like if things are going well, they'll do the same thing over and over and over again, and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, it's like little stuff, like putting my right shoe on before my left shoe is like little stuff. It's not anything significant, but it's like little stuff here and there.
Funniest guy on the team, most serious guy on the team?
Funniest guy on the team. That's a tough one, actually. I think House might be one of the funnier ones just because I've known him from so long. And then the guy gets pretty serious, but when the game starts. Russ gets serious when the game, like right before the tip off, he's in his mode. I mean, he's one of the things that I've told a lot of people, he's one of the best teammates I've ever had. So like when people start talking about he's not a good teammate and stuff like that, I've never really got that. Like, he's a great guy to be around. He helps me whenever I need help. So I think I'm actually impressed what I've seen from Russ, just how focused he is when the game starts. To me, he's cares a lot about the team. Whenever you need help, he'll help you. So I love him as a teammate.
Couple more questions. Any other things you enjoy besides basketball? Do you have any other hidden talents that you feel comfortable letting people know about? And, Eric Gordon last week gave out his gamer tag. I don't know if that's something that you want to do or not. That's your decision, but he did. I was actually a little surprised that he gave it away. But have at it. I mean, what else do you enjoy when you're not playing? What do you enjoy doing?
Since quarantine started, I mean, I've been starting to play video games a lot. I mean, I had never really played before, but then since quarantine started, it's been one of the things I've been doing. I mean, I can give mine out.
It's up to you. I'm not pressuring you or anything.
No.
Like that. Okay.
It's a Zay HART 55. So I'm mostly on Call of Duty now. So
that's what he's doing. Do you play with him?
I haven't played with him yet.
I think I think it's EG Killer 10 or something like that.
Okay, I gotta add him.
Okay, yeah, you gotta add him.
Gotta start a little rocket teams.
We're making everybody connect. All right, last question here. This is well, that was a light question, but this is another light one. You've personally mentioned hustle over and over again. A lot of people have come up with a nickname for you. Isaiah Hustlestein, Isaiah Schwattenstein, Isaiah Duncanstein. Is one of those or none of them? What do you prefer? Any of those?
I like Isaiah Hustlestein a lot.
Okay,
that's probably my favorite one, and I probably saw it the most. I mean, I don't know who started it, but that's probably the one I see my most in, and I like that one probably the most.
Well, good stuff there. Hey, Isaiah, I do appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us. I know these are unprecedented times, but stay safe and healthy, and we'll very much look forward to seeing you back out on the floor whenever that might be.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Isaiah Hartenstein, our guest. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time. That's it. All done. Episode over. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe now to get all things Rockets delivered right to you, and we'll chat with you next time.